Hey everyone, here's how you get started with the Python tasks. If you've not already made a creative game, what we want to do is go to create new, and from templates you want to find one called blocks of grass, just so there's nothing in our way when we are creating our code. So if I click on this, click play, a few seconds to load, and what you can do is press C to bring up your code builder window. And mine's is going to this area. Now this little button here will allow you to navigate back to the three choices. Now, even though we are using Python, I'm going to use the Python and JavaScript make code option here. So if I click this, it will bring you back to the same option that I had open a second ago, and you can see my France flag right here. But what I'll do is I'll just click new project, and I will just call this one France flag 2. Click create, and this is good because we can flick between the Python and the make code drag blocks, which would be good to view after you've written code in Python. Now what you want to do is get that code that we have from this task here, and I'll just go through it piece by piece. So we have this on chat function, so I'm going to delete all of this, put that code there, and then go back and get the last piece, which is the function call. Now we need to make sure that that's unindented on chat. So if I press play, can't see my agents. If I press press T for the chat window, and I type in France and execute that code, we can see that my agent moves a little bit forward and prepares to do the first section of it, which is this. Now if we look at this, I've just given the agent some commands: move to the player, move forward 5 just to move away, given him some blue, white and red concrete so that he can create the France flag, and then move up 1 just so that it was off the ground. And then I'm going to loop through. Now this isn't the most efficient way to do this, but I've just broken it down this way so that it's easy to understand. So this first chunk, let's take that code, go back to our code window, and you can type it or copy paste it, and you may have to unindent parts so it's correct. So setting slot 1 just gives your little agent blue concrete, and then I want to create 2 vertical columns that are 7 in size. So 2 times 7 is going to be 14 blocks, and the agent's going to place forward and then move up, repeating that 7 times. And then after it's done that, it moves right once, and then they move down 7, which moves them to the bottom of the next column. So if we run this code now, it should only do the first 2 columns, which should be blue. If I move back, we'll see that, and then moves to the bottom, ready to place the next block. So if we go back, we can either copy paste this just to help us to start, go back to the code window, paste that code in there, and look and see if there's any errors, which there don't appear to be. Now you'll see it's the same code, except this time we have slot 2, and this time that we have slot 3. So if we run that, and I'll just look this direction and bring up the chat window, type in France, execute that, and let's see where the agent's gone. Where is he? Should be moving somewhere. There we go. Completing all of them. You can see it's a good idea to move further away from where you were building last in order to do that. So there we go, we've got a France flag. You could change the dimensions if you wanted. Now we did mention that this is not the most efficient way to do this. I could take all of this code out, and I could have a new loop. Let's call this one x in range 3. Let's make it 1 to 4 actually, just to do this. Indent that and change this to x. Now this will only run 3 times, and the reason I didn't do this is it's more confusing code. So let me move further away, bring up the chat window, and type in France, and hopefully this time we get the same output with a third less code. we go. Excellent. So that's a quick tutorial for how to make the France flag and understanding